Did you know that Venice Island is one of the only places where you can walk from a historic downtown to the beach without crossing a bridge? In the next few minutes, I'll take you on a driving tour to show you what it's really like to live here, beyond the brochures and Instagram feeds, from hidden neighborhood quirks to what most real estate agents won't tell you. This driving tour will show you everything you need to know about Venice Island. Hey, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Nick with Zachos Realty and Design Group, your Gulf Coast relocation experts. Like I said, in this video, we're doing a full driving tour of Venice Island, which is a place where my family and I have grown to love. It's simply where everything happens in the city. I have lived in Venice. Our office is literally right here on the island. I know the area is special, and I really just wanted to highlight that for you in this video. Really quick, before we get started, if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment or call, text, or email us at any time. I'd love to be a resource for you in your home search in Venice or really anywhere on the Gulf Coast. If you want to check out the rest of our videos on our channel, you can subscribe. And we also have some great city and area guides on our website that you can download for free. All right, let's get started. We'll start with just a quick introduction to Venice and the island. The city was originally settled in the late 1800s and was known as Horse and Chase, but was later sold to the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers out of Cleveland and renamed as the City of Venice and incorporated in 1927. The city originally started as a retirement community, but throughout the years, it just continued to grow and evolve into much more. Fast forward to the 1960s when the Intracoastal Waterway Project began to improve the transportation for routes for boats and vessels. Through this dredging, Venice Island was created and has since turned into one of the most popular and sought after areas to live in on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Venice Island, as we know it today, is made up of different areas. You have the historic downtown, the residential areas north and south, the neighborhoods right on the water with the condos, the Marina and the jetty. There's also the airport, the pier, and the golf course on the southern part of the island, and obviously you have the beaches. What's great about life on Venice Island is that regardless of where you are, you're less than a mile and a half from the beach. You can hop in your golf cart and be there in no time. There is just nowhere else like this in the area, and surprisingly, this is the second most affordable island in Florida when it comes to real estate, with a median sales price of around $620,000, which is another reason why it's so desirable. Venice as a whole is well known for the beaches, the historic downtown area, and the active lifestyle available to the residents. The city hosts events like farmers markets every Saturday, Friday concerts in the park, larger festivals like the Sun Fiesta, arts and crafts festivals, beach parties, holiday celebrations, and parades. I mean, there's something going on, especially on the island, what seems like all of the time. That's one of the reasons why my wife and I like living in this area. We don't have to go far to find things to do, and it's an easy way to meet new people. Life on Venice Island means having the best of both worlds. You're living on or close to world-class beaches while still having the downtown district right here as well. As far as homes go, there's anything from beachfront condos to larger historic estates and really everything in between. All right, let's talk about the different areas that make up Venice Island. We'll start with the historic downtown area, which again is where basically everything happens in the city. As you can see, the area is all about that old Florida charm. There are a ton of shops, boutiques, coffee shops, beach shops, restaurants, bars. Some of our favorite places to eat are Luna's, TJ Carney's, Cafe Venice, and Sands. Whether you're looking for pizza, seafood, a quick lunch, or whatever, you have it here. Especially if you love Italian restaurants, there's no shortage of them on the island. Downtown Venice is centered around Centennial Park, where they have free parking and is where all of the festivals and concerts and events happen on the island. And there's a little splash pad for kids here, which is great if you want to kill some time with the little ones. Downtown, you also have the Venice Theater, which is actually the largest community theater in the country. It was damaged in Hurricane Ian, and they're rebuilding it right now, and it should be fully open next spring. But in the meantime, they still have shows on their other auxiliary stages. I would definitely recommend checking out a show out there, it's always a good time. What I love about the downtown district is that it is super walkable. You have all of the tree-lined streets and cool architecture surrounding you. And again, it's only about a half a mile from Venice Beach. So you can spend a day, grabbing coffee or lunch downtown and make your way over to the beach to relax or watch the sunset. I mean, nothing beats it. All right, next on our little tour of Venice Island, let's look at the residential neighborhoods on the north end of the island. Just north of the theater and north of downtown, you'll have your condo buildings. These actually have some great value with prices in the $200,000 to $300,000 range. The only downside is that the HOA fees are a little higher, but with that, you also have some utilities like water, trash, TV, and internet covered. North of downtown, you also have the homes that are right on Roberts Bay. All waterfront homes. Most of them you'll see are larger, a bit more, luxurious feeling. These are usually on larger lots, most of which have their own boat docks. As far as the price range, think somewhere in the $1 to $3.5 million range. But if you're looking for luxury living right on the water, this is it. And then mixed in between the water and downtown, you'll have your more standard Florida ranch style homes in this neighborhood. These are usually, a little more economical than the homes on the water, still in a great location, close to downtown and close to the beach. And being a little off the water, these are only in the X500 flood zone, so you'll save money on flood insurance here. But again, you can tell everything is just so walkable, safe, and there's just always people out and about. All right, moving on. Next, let's look at the waterfront condos, the marinas, and jetty on the northwestern tip of the island. Here you'll see we have your typical beach condo high-rises, all with great views of either the Gulf or the island. You'd assume that any condo overlooking the water right on the beach would be pretty expensive, but you can get in here for around $500,000, which is tough to find anywhere else. As we move more north, we have a few more condos, and then there's also the Freedom Boat Club, the Yacht Club, a few of the marinas, and one of our favorite restaurants to go to, the Crow's Nest. They have a great vibe here, and we love the food. On the far north tip, we have the South Jetty, which was damaged in the hurricanes last year, so it's currently closed with renovations anticipated to take another few years to rebuild, and hopefully their plan is to prevent it from further storm damage. But when it was open, it was a great place to hang out, relax, watch the boats come in and out of the marina, and you have amazing views of the sunset here. If you're looking for the best views, easy, maintenance-free living right on the water, this is the area I'd recommend. Being able to live right on one of the best beaches in the country at under $1 million is just an unbeatable deal. The next area we'll look at is the residential neighborhoods to the south of downtown, basically in the center of the island. Here you'll find, again, your Florida ranch style homes, but you also have the older historic homes here as well. They actually have tours where they take you around the historic homes and buildings on the island, which is pretty cool. The location on the island is one of the best features here. You're centrally located and can essentially walk anywhere from here. You're maybe a half a mile to downtown and the beach, and just about a mile to the Pier and Sharky's and Finn's restaurants. You also have Venezia Park in this area on the island. This is a large park with some walking trails and a playground. It's a great place to take your kids or dogs to let them get out and stretch their legs and, play outside. And there's the Venice Museum, the community center, and the library here as well. The museum has some great exhibits that, they change out every month or so. The community center will hold events and fundraisers in their ballroom. And the library is really nice, and they actually have a great kids section. And in the summer, they host book readings and activities for people of all ages. What I think is great about this area, and specifically the homes, is that this portion of the island is not in a flood zone. Flood insurance isn't required, but really it's more of a peace of mind knowing that you don't have to worry about it. I mean, being within walking distance to the beach without being in a flood zone is, really almost unheard of. All right, next up we have the Golden Beach area. This is one of the most popular neighborhoods on the island because the homes here have deeded beach access. Located west of Harbor Drive with 7 or 8 streets all ending straight on the beach, Golden Beach has somewhere between 300 and maybe 400 single-family homes and then a number of condos right on the beach. What's great about the Golden Beach neighborhood is that there's a really cool mix of homes here. You have some original cottages and ranch-style homes, and then a few newer, more modern homes mixed in. The HOA is only $50 a year, which gets you a tag for your car for the deeded beach access. I also love the actual location of Golden Beach on the island. You're just, a mile to downtown, about a half mile to the pier, and again, you can walk to your own beach right at the end of the road. Most of the homes do start around $1 million here, really because of the deeded beach access and the location. And again, it is one of the most popular neighborhoods on the island. Moving on to the southern part of the island, this is where you'll find the Venice Pier, the airport, the golf course, and more beaches. The Venice Pier is one of the more iconic symbols of Venice. It's located at Brohard Park and spans 700 feet into the Gulf and is the perfect place to fish, hang out, or walk and get great views of the water and the sunset. For people who fish, no license is required from the pier, which is really convenient. And what I love is that at the base of the pier, you have two restaurants, Sharky's and Finn's. Sharky's has a little more of a laid-back atmosphere. There's a great tiki bar here right on the beach. They've actually won awards for having one of the best beach bars in Florida. They have live music on their deck, and the food is really good with a good mix of, bar food and seafood. And then there's Finn's, which is a little more upscale dining, but with a casual atmosphere. I love the food here. They have awesome surf and turf options to choose from. What's great about this area is that you can spend the entire day here. Go relax on the beach, maybe walk the pier, go over to Sharky's for lunch, then head back to the beach and wait till sunset, all without having to get in your car and drive. The pier is also right across the street from the Venice Municipal Airport. This is a small airport where it's basically all private jets, but it is pretty cool to just sit and watch them take off and land. And it's probably a little lesser known, but there's a really good breakfast and lunch spot at the airport called the Suncoast Cafe. They have a pretty unique menu with a mix of American and Caribbean dishes. On the south end of the island, just south of the airport, there's the Lake Venice Golf Club. This is a public track that has 27 holes. They don't take tee times, it's just show up and play. In season, it is usually pretty busy, but in the summer, it's typically wide open. I mean, we can get a full 18 here in like 2 hours, which I love. There's also the Venice Fairgrounds on the other side of the airport where the city will host events and festivals throughout the year. I believe this year coming up, they have an arts and crafts festival, the Blues and Barbecue Festival, and the Italian Feast and Carnival, all scheduled to be there, and I'm sure there will be others as well. And then in this area, you also have some residential areas just north of the airport. You'll have a few condo complexes along with streets of single-family homes mixed in. These actually tend to be some of the more affordable homes on the island, and most of the area is out of the flood zone, so you can get some great value in this area. The last areas I wanted to highlight on Venice Island are the beaches. This is what Venice is known for. The city has something like 14 miles of beaches, and again, these are some of the best in Florida. And if you're into hunting for shells or fossils, Venice is the shark tooth capital of the world. Venice Beach is probably the most well-known beach on the island. It's about half a mile from downtown, straight down Venice Ave, and it's a certified blue wave beach, which means it's safe, clean, and environmentally friendly. There's a concession stand, bathrooms, volleyball courts. It's your pretty typical Florida beach. Next, we have Brohard Beach, which is just south of Venice Beach. Brohard is a popular beach because you have the Pier and Sharky's and Finn's restaurants here. You have the Service Club Park just to the north with beach access and covered picnic areas. And there's also the South Brohard Park. It's a great dog park, and they have a section of the beach for them to play as well. And then there's Casperson Beach to the south, which is a bit more natural and secluded. This is probably the best beach here to find shells and shark teeth at. There are nature trails here, a kayak and canoe launch, a playground, and picnic areas. Casperson was hit pretty hard in the hurricanes last year. They're still working on opening up the road, but you can still get here on foot. Again, the beaches in Venice and on Venice Island are some of the best in the state. And what's great is that whatever you're looking for in a beach experience, they have it here. The calm waters make paddleboarding or kayaking easy. You can hunt for shark teeth or collect seashells or just relax and get some sun. These are the beaches my family and I go to, and we love them. And that's our tour of Venice Island. I hope the video showcased just how special the island is. You have the historic downtown area, the beaches, the pier, and a good variety of homes and neighborhoods to choose from. If you're looking for a place that has a relaxed beach life paired with a fun, old Florida feel, Venice Island is the place for you. Again, this is Nick with Zachos Realty and Design Group. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you're looking to buy or sell on Venice Island or really anywhere in the area, please feel free to reach out anytime. Our office is right here on the island. I'm in the area all the time. I'd love to help you. All right, until next time.